Hi there, my name is Dr. Marissa May. In this video, we're going to be looking at solving one-step equations using multiplication or division. And so just a couple of reminders before we jump in that if we have greater than or less than, we know that's an open circle on the graph. If we have greater than or equal to or less than or equal to, we know that's a closed circle. So let's dive into a couple of problems. Now, we're going to use these steps in order to solve our inequalities. First of all, we're going to multiply or divide by the coefficient. We're going to do that to both sides of the inequality. Just a reminder, the flip rule tells us that if you multiply or divide by a negative number, you must flip the inequality. And I'll have an example of that. And then we're going to graph the inequality on the number line to show the solution set. So look at example 1. We have 5x is less than 25. So we ask ourselves, what's happening to that variable? It's being multiplied by 5. So we have to do the opposite of multiplying by 5, which is to divide by 5. I'm going to do that on both sides of the inequality. I'm dividing by 5 here, and I'm dividing by 5 there. The reason we do that is because multiplying by 5, dividing by 5, those cancel each other out. I'm left with 1x is less than, and then 25 divided by 5 is 5. So I want to graph x is less than 5. Now, remember, because it's less than, doesn't have an equal to underneath it, I know this is going to be an open circle at 5. So I'm going to draw an open circle at 5 there. Then I want to shade for less than 5. I want numbers that are less than 5 in my shading. That's going to be to the left here. And in fact, I need all of this whole number line to the left as part of my solution set. So anything in this shading would be part of my solution. All right, let's take a look at one more problem. Okay, here in my second example, I see negative 3x is less than or equal to negative 12. So I know I have to do the opposite of multiplying by negative 3. So I'm going to divide both sides by negative 3. Now notice I am dividing by a negative. This means I have to use the flip rule. So this is what it looks like. Negative 3 divided by negative 3 gives me 1x. Now I have to flip the inequality. So instead of a less than, now it's a greater than or equal to. Instead of a less than or equal to, now it's a greater than or equal to. Negative 12 divided by negative 3 gives me positive 4. If you have trouble with your negatives, definitely check out that Desmos graphing calculator that I put in the description below. And now I'm ready to graph my solution set. X is greater than or equal to positive 4. Because it's greater than or equal to, I'm going to put a closed circle at 4. That just means I'm going to draw that circle and I'm going to color it in because I want to include the number 4 in my solution set. And then I want greater than. So x is greater than or equal to 4. I want numbers that are bigger than 4. So I'm going to shade to the right here. And this is my solution set. So remember, the flip rule tells us if we multiply or divide by a negative number, you must flip that inequality in order to solve. And we're doing the same thing by doing the opposite of what we see there. When we see multiplying by negative 3, we do the opposite, which is to divide by negative 3. All right, my friends, I hope this helps you with solving your inequalities. Bye for now.